What is the Word of Mouth Association? First of all, it's an association, as it says on the can, and it's not for profit. It's very important that the members own it and have a say. So when Long and Saw Marketing Week, I'd like to thank them for their foresight in inviting us to take this afternoon to use as our launch platform for the association.
We're focusing on 3 key topics. Not surprisingly, the first one will be ethical practice. The second one will be measurement. If you can't measure it, who's going to invest in it? And the third one is the future. I think all new medias are obsessed with what comes next. We certainly are as well.
Founded an online magazine called Popbitch, which basically through word of mouth recommendations from person to person now has nearly 500,000 subscribers. It strikes me for a new organisation it's really a no-brainer. I mean there's a confidence issue and there's a lack of trust in right across the board now.
We've been doing word of mouth campaigns for about 5 years through using brand ambassador schemes. I think if you're going to have a code of ethics, we have to take into account what the other associations' codes are and try and somehow tie into those.
You don't need a code of ethics, I feel, for people to know what is ethical and what is not.
We think that word of mouth is a very new sector. It's fresh out of the box, and I think when you have a new thing like this, it's important you protect it. What makes word of mouth really good is it's built on trust. It's about one consumer telling another consumer something. That's what word of mouth marketing is.
So I'll read some of the key passages of the WOMUK Ethics Code.
My question for the next group really starts with, what is the best measurement of effectiveness in word-of-mouth marketing?
What I'd like to do is welcome these 3 very distinguished folk by getting them to introduce themselves.
My name's Dave Balter. I'm the CEO of Buzz Agent. We're a word-of-mouth marketing and media company based out of the US.
My name is Mark Bukowski. I have a brand and entertainment publicity company. It has always been obsessed with looking at the transformational storytelling of every brand we represent.
I'm Paul. I'm a market researcher. Got an online market research company called ClickAdvisor. When it comes down to it, I'd echo what Dave says, that it's ultimately ROI, and I would say sales ROI is the way to measure the effectiveness of marketing.
I will tell you that very quickly, clients will turn to you and say, if you're not measuring this, I will never buy from you again.
On to our third and final session. I'll open with a very large number. According to the eMarketer report, user-generated content sites will earn $1 billion in ad revenue this year and $4.3 billion in revenue by 2011.
We're talking about 2 things here, I think. I think we're partly talking about the future and where this will go and where we expect it to go. But I equally think it's just as important that we talk about the overlooked past. I think in all trends, and particularly in marketing, but actually in all trends in general, there's so much of a hunger to look for the next big thing that we're sometimes in danger of not noticing that we've actually neglected or forgotten to exploit properly the last big thing.
Interestingly for me, having just gone through the last couple of months, is it would be clear to me that we lost, as the management team, I hold my hand up, we lost a word of mouth battle with our union.
In terms of what I'm looking forward to is, and what I'm starting to see and what we're certainly practicing at Edelman, is a shift from what I call moment in time word of mouth, one-off, one thing, one campaign, to an ongoing conversation.
I think it's also worth looking at word of mouth in a kind of a future context to understand where the world is moving to.
If you provide a quality service or a quality product, basically, people are going to talk about you. I mean, if access, when we work with Xbox, if you give a hardcore gamer access to the Halo 3 screenshot, one screenshot, 6 months in advance of the game's release, they'll talk about it for days. Give them another screenshot, give them 3 bars of the music. Again, information can be currency and can drive that kind of result. You do not have to compensate.
But you will be hearing a lot more from us, hopefully by word of mouth techniques, as well as 1 or 2 of the more conventional methods. We are running a whole series of activities next year. Thank you very much for coming, and I hope to see you all at our next event. Thank you.